Hey guys, it's Mr. Niewala here, and today we're going to go over a little bit of music theory. And we're on the piano. I'm going to do this a little differently. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a song that you all probably know, "Lost in the Woods" by Frozen 2, or the Frozen 2 soundtrack. And as I play through it, I'm going to tell you as I play through it, like what notes I'm hitting, what kind of notes what kind of notes I'm hitting, so you all can get a feel of how they're played. As I told you, whole notes, they played for the whole duration of the measure. Half notes, half of that, quarter notes, half of that, eighth notes, half of that, and so on and so forth. So, right now, I'm just going to do the right hand, which usually follows the melody. So we have a dotted quarter note right here, eighth note, quarter note, and then tied quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, and then we have a whole note and a quarter note. So, and then we have a quarter note, and then two eighth notes, quarter note, and tied again. So then we have a quarter note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, tied, quarter note, half note, dotted half note. So it gets held for 3 beats, because this is 4/4 time. And then we have 2 eighth notes. And we have a whole note chord. Then we have eighth note, and then a quarter note, eighth note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, half note, quarter note, half note, eighth note, quarter note, whole note, eighth note, half note, then a rest, eighth rest, eighth note, quarter note, and a half note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, whole note, and quarter note, dotted quarter note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note, half note, eighth note, quarter note, whole note, eighth note. So as you can see, as I'm playing through this, whenever I say eighth note, the notes I play tend to go on through the music rather quickly. There are some whole notes in here, and that means as a pianist, I have to hold those notes out for the duration of the measure. Whenever I see a quarter note, that means that just means I have to play it half the duration of a half note. So here, I'll just play the first page for you. That was the first page. Listening wise, wherever I played rather quickly, those are the eighth notes. Where I played like those are all quarter notes, but right here, that bottom note right here, that is a whole note. It gets held for the entire measure. This though which is part of the melody, those are all quarter notes. Let's see if I can adjust it so I can show you what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna, so yeah, so as you can see, which notes are which. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just do this for now. So I'm just gonna play the right hand of the first line. All right, so that being said, as you can see, that's what music theory is all about, and finding out what the duration is of each particular note. Because when you're looking at a piece of music, you can't just go, because that's just a bunch of quarter notes. That doesn't fit with the music of the Frozen 2, because that's just not how it's played. That's just not how it's sung. But if you figure out how long each note is held for, then you can play it accurately, and and then just play it as the song is played in Frozen 2, or for any piece of music for that matter. So, but once you start counting like how many beats each note has, then you can get a better understanding of how the you have a better understanding of how you're gonna play the piece of music. Once this is once you have this down, then you can focus on other things like dynamics. So what I mean by that is like how you want to shape the music that you're playing. In this instance, Lost in the Woods, since Christoph is he's kind of distraught, or he's kind of like, okay, I don't know what to do, because I really don't know how to feel. You kind of want to create a feeling of hopelessness and confusion, and then and sadness. So I mean, you don't really want to go do it like a triumphant march or anything. You kind of want to just go like. So there, like I said, you have to set the mood for the piece, and that's kind of part of becoming a really good pianist. Once you understand like the foundation of playing the notes, how long they are played for, once you start playing like how create a feeling and emotion, people are are going to either like cry or laugh, whether it's the entertainer by Scott Joplin, or who knows, or whatever the piece of music emits off into the audience. So I hope this was helpful. It's really hard for me to explain this over a video from the piano, because like I said, it's over the internet. But the best I can say is right now is look at the previous video that I posted, which is piano tutorial basic music theory part 3, and understand, because I posted like what the duration is of each note and how long they're held for. And I just wanted to do Lost in the Woods as an example. But I would say that as an exercise, just look at a piece of music, find the notes, because you'll find them, and just count. So like if you see a whole note, okay, so that takes the whole measure. So you just go whole note 1, 2, 3, 4, or half note 1, 2, or quarter note 1, or eighth note just gets 1. Just half of the quarter note, and the 16th note just half of the eighth note. So, um, again, I hope this was helpful. It's really hard, like I said, to explain um, physical activities over virtual means of transferring information. But I hope I was able to meet your standards. If you need any help, I'd be happy to supply you with any information that I did not cover yet. And as always, I'd be happy to go over sheet music that you would like me to cover. If you have any questions on which notes are which, I'd be happy to do that as well. I just transfer the information in the chat box, and I'll be happy to do that. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and healthy rest of the week, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right, that was Mr. Niwala. Have a good one.